You're watching a special presentation of ESPN 8, The Ocho, on ESPNU.
Around the world, let's get ready to Tecmo. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Week 16 edition of Tecmo Super Bowl, which of course will decide who gets to choose where in the draft order for the upcoming 2025 Players Club Yahoo PPR IDP Flex 9 Fantasy Football League. I'm Greg Davis, coming to you live here from Kennewick, Washington. Of course, on the sticks behind the scenes, Travis Raul Gonzalez, as always, keeping it steady for us.
Hey.
Do we have a dynamite lineup for you today here in Week 16? As you may know, if you've followed this series so far, we have a tight race here in the playoffs. Nobody has been eliminated from playoff contention thusly. However, we expect that to change here today. First up on the docket, our totally loaded schedule, Chris Horner's Los Angeles Rams taking on the computer-controlled Seattle Seahawks. Of course, Horner, a 7-7 record so far. He has kind of an anomaly of the season, so much that after 15 weeks, his point differential is 1. So Horner has been playing a lot of very close games. His team has been in a lot of games. His record, I don't think quite encapsulates how good of a season he's had so far. And Chris Horner, with the LA Rams, gets the ball first here against division rival Seattle Seahawks in the noisy CenturyLink Arena. Beautiful stadium if you haven't been yet. Now the Rams are led by Kyren Williams in the rushing attack, who finds some room to the outside after getting a first down on his first carry of the game. He picks up 8 seconds to 2, and they go back to the same play. Williams on the top of the outside. Williams gets blocked. Williams out to the 45-yard line. And Kyren Williams, one of those players that you didn't really expect a lot out of. He wasn't the first on the depth chart come training camp, but he has certainly impressed the coaches, especially Sean McVay, with his tough running style. He's not super fast. He's not going to run away from anybody if he has a nose for the goal line. Stafford's got time. Stafford finds Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, former Triple Crown winner, former Super Bowl MVP. Cooper Kupp inside the 15-yard line. And it's a first down for the Rams. So the Rams coming in here and silencing the 11th man Seattle. As Stafford drops back pass, got a man in his face. He's Puka Nacua. Now, Puka Nacua, who had a tremendous breakout rookie season last year, and he keeps doing the trick. Puka Nacua, athletic profile, he's not the biggest, fastest, strongest, but he finds ways to get open. He's very crafty in his route. And he shows that they're slipping by the DB and settling into the back of the end zone, where Matt Stafford, even with a hand in his face, was able to find it for the touchdown. The Rams lead 7-0 here in their pivotal game against the division rival Seattle Seahawks. And as the Rams have Kyren Williams, so do the Seahawks have Walker. Of course, Walker has been their RB1 for a couple of years now. Still fairly young. He's only 24 years old this season. But he has carried the load Kenneth Walker has last couple of years. And there's Kenneth Walker on the left side, breaks inside, breaks back outside. Kenneth Walker finds the sideline. And, he's taken down at the 40-yard line going in. So Kenneth Walker, who's had a good couple runs here to start this game against the Rams. Oh, and they break outside again. Kenneth Walker on the pause. And he's got enough for first down yardage. Of course, the Rams sporting a young, versatile defensive line with Fitzky and Verse. And Geno Smith avoids the pressure, and he finds his tight end over the middle. Great play there by Geno Smith. And they hand off to Walker. Walker's dressing room. We've got daylight. Touchdown, Seahawks. So the Seahawks come right back down and answer the Rams' opening score drive, whereas the Rams are running through the air with Cooper Kupp with a little bit of sprinkle of Kyler Williams on the ground. This attack from the Seahawks seemed to be more Kenneth Williams focused, and Geno Smith didn't attempt too many passes on that drive. Geno Smith, one of the more efficient quarterbacks in the league last year. And he puts them in range, and Kenneth Walker punches it in. Now, Whittingham is... He does kickoffs? That's weird. Stafford in the gun. Matt Stafford, Super Bowl winning quarterback. It's a fumble! Ooh, I think we'll need to go to the replay review on that. I didn't think he made a football move after the catch. I thought it was incomplete, but going on the field stands. It is a fumble. And Stafford, his target is Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, the Eastern Washington product, East Washington Eagles, an unheralded NFL school. Of course, they found Cooper Kupp there in like the 5th round. And Sean McVay has done nothing but maximize his talents, getting loose at the line of scrimmage, making nice, precise cuts, and that led him to the Triple Crown season. Of course, Super Bowl MVP. Even though Stafford was slinging it that year. So really good stuff from Cooper Kupp so far in his career, and good stuff for him today. A couple long passes, including that one for a touchdown. Now Smith back pass. Geno Smith throws into triple coverage, and he's lucky that one isn't going the other way. Geno Smith back pass, and he has the pass blocked. Looks like a little unnecessary roughness after the play, but no whistle. And that forces the Seahawks to take. Geno Smith, who has had quite the journey as an NFL quarterback, of course, drafted highly by the Jets out of Virginia. West Virginia. And of course, the unfortunate incident where he was punched in the face by a teammate due to a perceived not going to pay you for this card game kind of thing. Well, he's had an up and down career for sure after his jaw was broken his rookie season. And here he is after backing Russ Wilson for a couple of years, who was jettisoned to the Broncos. Now Geno Smith put in a fine season last year. And it's Puka Nacua for the touchdown.
I think we got a slobber knocker on our hands.
Matt Stafford got Puka Nacua, and this is exactly what Chris Horner needs to stay in this playoff race. He's got to get the win today, and he needs to have a great plus minus. As I mentioned before, his point differential, 1, is seemingly difficult to do. So let's see if the Rams defense and that young, aggressive front can hold up here against the division rival Seahawks. Geno Smith back pass, he pulls it down. Geno Smith takes off. He's running down the middle. He's got first down. He's got more. Geno Smith past 40, and he's near midfield. Geno Smith didn't see what he liked from DK Metcalf, so he was able to weave through the defense for a 27-yard gain. Now they can hand off to Zach Charbonnet. Charbonnet, who has seemingly been the more consistent runner between him and Kenneth Walker, only has chances when Walker is needing a breather or is injured. Now it's DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, the specimen, 10, 5, touchdown! Seahawks! Geno Smith finds his #1 receiver, DK Metcalf, on a deep slant, and he beats the defense, goes over the top, walks in for the end zone. DK Metcalf, who ran a 4.34 in the combine, of course, having the great measurables, height, weight, Just really a terrific receiver. They say route tree is limited, but when he gets vertical or is able to take some of those deep slants, he is really explosive. So another touchdown to cut the Rams' lead. And Matt Stafford overthrows Cooper Kupp, his intended target. 19 seconds left here in the half. Out to Williams. Williams finds somewhere to the outside. Williams with 2 seconds left on the clock. And the Rams are going to call a quick timeout here. And they're going to run a play. They're a little too far away for field goal range, even for their great kicker. But he finds Cooper Kupp. He's in the 20, the 15, and Cooper Kupp wrapped up inside the 15-yard line, and that will end the half. So Cooper Kupp getting loose on a couple of plays there. So he had 3 receptions for 120 yards here in the first half. 120 of Matt Stafford's 183 yards. Of course, Puka Nacua, who had the nice touchdown reception on the other side. And you look at the running game so far, Kyron Williams, not quite as efficient as Kenneth Walker has been, but I think they need to batter this line a little bit more and hopefully try and see some stuff out of the outside, because those ends from the Rams really crashing down and taking away the Kyron Williams runs that they like to do down the middle. So we start the second half here with a 7-point advantage to Chris Horner's Rams. Of course, the Rams need this game to stay alive in the upper tier of the playoff race. Fumble! Seahawks on the return, and it's recovered by the Seahawks. Jeff Charbonnet is able to fall on it, and the Seahawks avoid disaster. Geno Smith back pass. Geno Smith's got man open. Geno Smith misfires, and that pass falls incomplete. It looks like he had Jackson Smith on the top side, and he wasn't able to connect. Oh, and he's looking for his tight end Noah Fant. This one also out of bounds. So Geno Smith offline here in the beginning of the second half.
Call him Santa Claus because he's giving gifts to all the crowd. Lots of souvenirs.
I think that hit the back of his lineman's helmet. Really not a good throw by Geno Smith, and the Seahawks forced a punt. Of course, week 16 here. We are in the heart of the holiday season, Travis. So excellent analogy there. Oh, and this pass to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp makes a spectacular play. He comes back to the ball. The defense back thought he had a beat, but he comes back and makes a great, strong catch. Cooper Kupp does on the slightly Aaron Stafford pass. And there's Jerron Reed taking down Stafford in the backfield after the incredible Cooper Kupp first down pass. So, second down. Oh, feeling the pressure. Stafford slings that one a little too far out of bounds. Third and 16 at about midfield. Stafford back to pass. He looks for Colby Parkinson, and Parkinson unable to make the catch. It looked like Colby kind of slipped on that play a little bit and was unable to recover. The delivery of the ball was fine, but it looks like he might need some longer cleats here in the Pacific Northwest. That gives the ball back to Seattle. We're only trailing by a touchdown. And they go to Zach Charbonnet in the middle. Zach Charbonnet's got a big hole. Zach Charbonnet is about midfield. So Zach Charbonnet with the, looks like an 18-yard gain on the play. On the dive up the middle. Smith back pass. Oh, and Smith's pass is hit down at the line of scrimmage. So Geno, who hasn't looked terrific today, has had a couple of passes blocked at the line of scrimmage, including that one. We'll see if they go back to the run game. No, straight drop back. And he finds Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. Walker makes a man miss. He's got the first down. He's inside the 45. So Kenneth Walker is showing his chops as a receiver out of the backfield, and he gets the first down for the Seahawks. Now, Kenneth Walker again. He's inside the 10. Kenneth Walker, not known as a burner, but is able to pull away for a couple of extra yards on that reception, his second in a row. Now Geno Smith comes back. Geno Smith is sacked by Kobe Turner. It looks like he was looking for Noah Fant streaking towards the end zone. He looked uncovered, but Smith not able to deliver the ball. And here's another pass blocked. Geno Smith has 3 passes batted down at the line of scrimmage so far. Drops back to pass again. Another pass block. And that ends the third quarter and brings up 4th down and 18. And I'm surprised the Seahawks are going for it here. They're only down to touchdown, and they get stuffed in the backfield. Turnover on downs. The Rams' defensive line, who talked about as being a strength of theirs all game, comes up huge on that play. And on the other side, it's Williams with a sack. Unbelievable turn of events here. The Seahawks had nearly sure points on the board with the field goal try, but they eschewed that to try and get a long touchdown pickup, and instead, the Rams turned them over on downs, and now they're in the driver's seat here, up by 7 with 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Stafford, back pass. He looks for Robinson. Oh, and it's incomplete to DeMarcus Robinson. 3rd and 5, Stafford 7-step drop. Looks over the middle of the field. And he's got Robinson. So after the miscommunication on the previous play, Stafford goes right back to DeMarcus Robinson, trusting his receiver, and he's able to make the play. Oh, and this time it's off Robinson's fingertips. So Seattle's using their top quarterbacks on Nakua and Cooper, and that's leaving more opportunities for DeMarcus Robinson, but he hasn't been able to capitalize them so far in this game. Now we go back to Kyron Williams. Oh, and Williams is taken down. 4th and 13. 3 minutes left. Plenty of time as the Rams opt for the punt. The Seattle Seahawks with the touchback. They'll take him out to the 25-yard line. And Geno Smith has 2 minutes and 45 seconds to drive his team down for a tying touchdown score. As the toss to Kenneth Walker is good enough for first down yardage. First down to 10. Smith back pass. Smith surveys the field. He goes deep. It's Jackson Smith-Jigba. Oh, and he overthrows him. The sensational young receiver out of Ohio State. And Geno Smith not able to connect. Just in the pass again. He looks on the other side. He's got DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf. He's past 30, 25. DK Metcalf is at 25. DK Metcalf, who's had 2 huge receptions so far in this game, puts the Seattle Seahawks into position here just outside the red zone. Geno Smith, 5-step drop. Ow, and he misses with Metcalf on the crosser. Geno Smith's accuracy issues have really popped up here in this game. Now they run to Kenneth Walker, who gets a couple of yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 6. Seahawks need to score a touchdown to keep this game alive. And Kenneth Walker weaves around, cuts back in the middle of the field. He's got the first down. Seahawks call their final timeout. It's 1st and 10 from 11. Geno Smith back pass. Geno Smith has a man open downfield. It's DK Metcalf! Touchdown! Seahawks! And that really looked like a great route by DK Metcalf. He ran a post corner, so he veered his route inward before turning his shoulders back outward. Geno Smith lofting a great fade, and DK Metcalf able to come down with it. And now the game is tied here, 21 with under a minute left. The Rams need a big play to get into field goal range. Stafford from the gun. Stafford surveys the field, and this ball is nearly picked off. Stafford looking for Williams out of the backfield, unable to connect. Now Stafford, big drop. Stafford looks for Puka Nacua, and he just overthrows him. Puka Nacua stretched out all of his 6'1" frame and was unable to come down. Looks like he's going back to the same pass. Puka Nacua, he's got it this time, and he's down to the 50-yard line with 4 seconds left. The Rams well out of field goal range, so they're going to call the Hail Mary. Stafford finds Nacua. Oh, it's too long. Stafford looking for Puka Nacua, who is wide open, streaking down the sideline. but he puts a little too much air under it, and that ball falls incomplete. So after 4 quarters, the score is tied 21-21 between this NFC West matchup between Chris Horner's Los Angeles Rams and computer-managed Seahawks. So we go into overtime. Seahawks receive the kick, and it's handoff to Williams. Williams off tackle, gain of 3. Oh, the pressure comes, and Stafford's taken down by Ernest Jones behind the line of scrimmage. Ernest Jones, who played on the Rams, also takes down Matt Stafford. They go to Williams, they stay on the ground. Williams fights his way for a first down. So Kyron Williams keeping the drive alive here for the Rams. And they got Nakua on the comeback. Nakua past midfield. He's to the 42. Of course, in Tecmo World, we're playing by the golden score rule. So whoever scores first wins the game. Rams just outside of field goal range. They need about 7 yards to get there. Oh, and Stafford fires incomplete, so it's 3rd down and 10. Now it'd be nice for the Rams if they picked up the first down, but they don't need to. And this pass is batted down to the line of scrimmage, and it falls incomplete. So the Rams, knocking on the doorstep of field goal range, they only needed about 5 or 7 yards to make it a comfortable kick for their kicker, but instead they have to punt. And that is a touchback for the Seahawks. So the Seahawks with a chance to win here. Starting from their own 25. And Geno Smith is sacked by Kobe Turner. Turner's 2nd sack of the game. And that's a 7-yard loss for Geno Smith. So the Seahawks stay conservative, keep it on the ground. Kenneth Walker has to run to the outside. Kenneth Walker breaks with the defender. Kenneth Walker passes midfield to the 40, and to the 45. So Kenneth Walker, after a 2nd and 17, is able to find some daylight to the left side, and he's been it for the Seattle Seahawks offense today. And there's Walker again. Walker breaks the tackle. Walker inside the 10, the 5. He dives. Touchdown! Seahawks! What a way to end that game. The Rams getting the kick first in overtime, and their drive stalls just around the 40, 43-yard line. They give the ball back to the Seahawks, start at the 25, and Kenneth Walker with a massive 106-yard game on just 7 carries, and he really wills the Seahawks to victory today. What a run. Reminiscent of beast mode, the beast quake run a couple years back. He weaves outside, he makes tacklers miss, and he goes all the way for the Seahawks score. And the Seahawks beat the Rams here, week 16, which eliminates the Rams from the upper tier of the playoff contention. So Chris Horner falls to 7-8, and his playoff hopes unfortunately are dashed here by the Seattle Seahawks. What a game. What a way to start this week 16 slate. And we're going to keep the energy up as next we have the number 10 seeded Green Bay Packers, managed by Richard Serralo, going against the Chicago Bears. Now, same thing here. Richie, with a 7-7 record, needs a win to stay in the race. He's got a plus 56 point differential. The Chicago Bears having a difficult season so far, but as an individual matchup, you never know what's going to happen here at Soldier Field. The Packers employing Josh Jacobs in the backfield, but Jordan Love back to pass. And he's looking deep for Jaden Reed. Oh, Jaden Reed. Unable to come up with that one. Looked like a little offline, but I think there was the safety help over the top that really deterred that. Now Josh Jacobs fights his way forward for the first down. Josh Jacobs, formerly of the Oakland Las Vegas Raiders. Love back fast. He's got all day. And, he waits a little too long. This pass is knocked down. First Jacobs, who led the NFL in rushing 1,600 plus yards a couple years ago. And there's Josh Jacobs for the first down. Love, back to pass. He's got a man deep. It's Christian Watson. He finds Christian Watson. Watson inside the 15, towards the 10, and he's taken down at the 12. So Christian Watson, who went to a specialist to figure out hamstring issues last offseason, showing off the speed there. And it's a touchdown pass! Packers! Jordan Love finds his 2025 fantasy tight end sleeper, Tucker Kraft, for the touchdown. And they go up 7-0. So Jordan Love, feeling the pressure of missing the playoffs, and he takes advantage of a Bears secondary that has not been great this year. So we'll see the Chicago offense for the first time with rookie quarterback Caleb Williams. Williams back fast. And Williams unable to escape the pressure, and he's taken down by Quay Walker. Williams, the number 1 pick out of USC last year. Back pass. And, he just misses his intended receiver near the sideline. The Packers bring the house. And Caleb Williams is taken down by Quay Walker again. That's 2 sacks on this drive for Quay Walker, who's really been living in that Chicago backfield so far. So the Bears force a punt on a 4th and 27. It's a short punt. Jaden Reed fielded. He's across midfield already. Inside 45. So Jordan Love and the Packers offense goes back to work. Jordan Love back pass. Jordan Love has all day. He's got a man open. It's Watson again. And Watson makes the terrific catch! Christian Watson with one of the most spectacular catches you'll see all year. He climbs the ladder, brings it down with one hand after tipping it to himself. And Jordan Love, little offline, but he finds Walker. And that's good enough for a Green Bay touchdown. 14-0 Packers here in this NFC North divisional matchup against the Bears at Soldier Field. And of course, this has huge implications in the standings for the 2025 Players Club Draft. Richie, with a win, stays alive, but if his Packers lose, he is eliminated and ineligible for top 6. So, huge game here this afternoon. Williams, under pressure again, he's taken down! Caleb Williams suffering his 3rd sack and 4 dropbacks. And they opt to the ground game with DeAndre Swift. Swift breaks tackle, Swift to the outside, and he's got a first down. So the toss to DeAndre Swift, who makes a man miss and then breaks the tackle, and he's got the first down. Caleb Williams from the gun. Williams takes off, and he's sacked. Javon Bullard. Now, it looked like Williams had a man open downfield, but he looked a little jittery so far. He's too eager to bring the ball down. This time, he's for number 1 receiver, DJ Moore. DJ Moore makes a great catch. DJ Moore spills out. DJ Moore inside the 10. The 5. He could go all the way. And a touchdown Bears. DJ Moore on the receiving end of a Caleb Williams touchdown pass. Caleb Williams, who looked a little offline there, but DJ Williams stayed with the ball and tracked it, and he was able to make a terrific catch, and because he was so far past the defensive backfield, able to walk into the end zone. So it becomes a 1-score game here after Williams delivers to Moore. Let's see what Jordan Love and company can come up with. Jordan Love throwing in double coverage. He's lucky that wasn't picked off. Now Love, back to pass. He's got time. He finds finds Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed breaks to the outside. Jaden Reed's past 40, 45, 50, and Jaden Reed's taken down to the 50-yard line. The offensive line for Green Bay really held up on that play, giving Jordan Love a chance to survey the field to find his third option. And there's Romeo Dobbs. Romeo Dobbs makes a miss. 10, 5. Romeo Dobbs down at the 2-yard line, tackled from behind, but not after he makes a 48-yard reception. Now the pass on Jacobs, and Jacobs on the toss. He's in for the touchdown. Josh Jacobs, former NFL rushing champion, former heartbeat of the Raiders offense, and now is doing it still here for the Green Bay Packers. We picked him up in the offseason last year, and he's in for his second touchdown of the game. So the Packers putting a little bit of distance between them and the Bears today. So, well, I thought he was down. I thought forward progress, but no, it's a fumble. Surely they'll look at this in the booth. Oh, New York awards it a fumble. So the Packers set up again inside the 15, and Jordan Love, he fires it out of the back of the end zone. So the Packers with a chance to add on here. And again out of the back of the end zone. So 2 wasted plays from Jordan Love. We'll see what they do here on third down. It's off the back, straight drop back. Now he pulls a touchdown and runs. He's inside 5, and he's Jordan Love showing off the wheels. And that makes it a 3-touchdown game in favor of the Packers. And Richie has got to be loving what he's seeing here today. The Bears have definitely been maligned this season. You look at their head coach, Eberflus, you look at their offensive coordinator. You wonder what that does to the development of somebody like Caleb Williams as he's sacked again. Caleb Williams has been sacked 26 times here so far in Week 15, going into Week 15, and he's among the league leaders in sacks taken. So you wonder what this coaching staff and what they're doing with the development of the young Caleb Williams, who's 1 for 3 for 72 yards. The Packers kick off up 3 touchdowns in the third quarter here. Their matchup between the 10th seeded Packers and computer-controlled Bears. Williams on the bootleg, goes for Cole Kmet. He's got it tight in. Cole Kmet past 30, and he breaks a tackle, and he's out to the 35-yard line. So Cole Kmet making a great move on a first down play. And Williams tries to second run, and he's taken down by Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark with another sack today, and Caleb Williams is getting harried in the backfield. And that pass is incomplete over the middle. That'll bring up third down and 18. Caleb Williams to Swift, and that was going nowhere. Teams really love to use that draw or outside run on third and long, and the Packers knew it was coming. The Bears could not do anything more than just give their punter a little bit of breathing room and play the field possession game. So Jordan Love back to work, and he's got Romeo. No, it's picked off. A terrific interception by the Bears defense, and that puts Caleb Williams right back on the field. And then he run to Swift again, and Swift again taken down to the backfield. Loss of 3 on the play. Williams under the gun, under pressure, and he throws it away. Looked like that one could have been picked off by the Green Bay secondary. Williams back pass. He tucks it again. Williams has a little lane. Williams makes it, but Williams fumbles. And it's recovered by Keyshawn Nixon of the Packers. So Williams trying to make something happen with his legs, and he is stripped. Packers recover, and Jordan Love back to work. He finds Jaden Reed again. Jaden Reed inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5, and he's getting tackled at the 4-yard line. So it doesn't take the Packers long to get set up here. They run Jacobs to the left, and Jacobs taken down at the goal line. Second and goal from the 1, Jacobs, and he'll waltz in off the toss to the right side. The Packers really pouring it on here against the Chicago Bears. They're going to be up 35-7 with 54 seconds left here in the third quarter, and Richie will live to see another week. Bears on the return. Carter, and he makes past 35-yard line. Now the important question here is whether or not the Bears can dip into Richie's point differential, which is 28 at this juncture. And back-to-back sacks. Roma Dunze, the rookie wide receiver, on the receiving end of that Caleb Williams throw. Williams been under pressure a lot this second half. And he's got pressure in his face again. This time he does find Roma Dunze on the crossing route. Roma Dunze for the first down. A 13-yard pickup on the dig, the deep crosser. Williams back pass. And this pass gets away, and it's intercepted! Intended for Roma Dunze, but the Packers pick off Williams again. Now Jordan Love back to pass. Jordan Love finds Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed, who's been his most consistent option today. He's hit Dobbs. He's hit his tight end Tucker Kraft with a touchdown. But when he needs a play, it looks like he's going to Jaden Reed. And Love back to pass. He finds Christian Watson again, who's been quiet since the first half. Christian Watson, 10, 5, touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, who breaks off his second long touchdown pass of the game, and really, they're stepping on the throats of the Chicago Bears here at Soldier Field. They're filing for the exits, even with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the game. Bears fans have seen it out. The calls for Eberflus firing grow stronger. You really hope they can land a good coach next year, because surely Matt Eberflus will not finish the year or the offseason as the Bears head coach. You hope they get somebody with an offensive mind, maybe somebody who's coaching an ascendant offense. And we all hope that for the Bears fans, because they have the ingredients in place. Number 1 pick overall, Caleb Williams. DJ Moore, who just has the great catch there. He's a terrific number 1 option. You have Roma Dunze, the first round pick in the draft. I think he went about 10 overall. So the core is there, and they just need to overhaul that offensive line, and they might be competitive here in one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, the NFC North. But today, it's not the Bears' day as they play off the string. Roma Dunze getting the sack yardage back, so it'll be third down and 10. Oh, and here comes the pressure. Swift taken down in the backfield. 4th and 15. The Bears keep their offense on the field. Williams throws the ball out of bounds. So really, the Packers do have a chance to add to their lead, their 35-point lead, which really will help Richie out. That'll give him, give or take, about a 90-point differential. Unless they add to it or the Bears cut into that. So there's the handoff to Jacobs. Jacobs gets about 5 on the play. We go back to Jacobs, keeping the ball on the ground, keep the clock turning here in the fourth quarter. And third down 1 plus territory. Love, back pass. Love finds Tucker Kraft again. Kraft makes a man miss. He's inside the 15-yard line. So on what looks like initially to be a throwaway, Tucker Kraft makes a spectacular jumping catch. And the Packers should be able to put more points on the board. Love, back pass, he fires, man in his face, double covers down the field, oh, and it falls incomplete. So with 2 seconds left, instead of going for the sure points in the field goal, Richie says, keep the offense on the field, I want 6. He's got made in the end zone, and Jordan Love able to connect for the touchdown. The Green Bay Packers, Romeo Dobbs, and this is gonna be a 42-point positive point differential game for Richie Serralo, who stays alive even from the number 10 position, coming in with a 500 record. He's going to leave week 16 8-7, and at this point he's not completely out of the playoffs. It's looking tenuous so far, but Richie with that win keeps himself alive at least so far this week. That could change depending on a couple outcomes of games later on in the day. That brings us to the only head-to-head matchup this week. The number 2 Philadelphia Eagles taking on division rival and number 6 seed Matt's Washington Commanders. Only one game separates these teams. Matt coming in a 10-4 record, 105-point differential, whereas the Eagles are 11-3. So not a lot of room separating these 2 seeds here. Both look good for the playoffs, but any win or loss here could certainly change the table. And it's Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, 15-10, and Devontae Smith from Hurts, and it's got a huge gain. So that sets the Eagles up. They go to Barkley on the right side. Barkley makes a man miss, but he's taken down inside the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 8. They're second down goal from the 8. Hurts back pass. Hurts under pressure. And Bobby Wagner takes him down. Bobby Wagner, the longtime Seattle Seahawks defender. And they go to Barkley on the side. Barkley's got some room. Barkley inside 10-5. Touchdown! Eagles! Saquon Barkley showing why he's been the best offensive player in the league this year. And all he needs is a little bit of space before he turns on the Jets. He runs with power, he runs with vision, and he puts the Eagles up 7-0 here on their first possession of the game. But we've seen Jaden Daniels, possibly the best rookie quarterback since Washington's Robert Griffin III 12 years ago. And we'll see what kind of magic he has in store for this divisional matchup. Daniels handing off to Eckler, now Robinson. Let it ring with 3rd down and 5. And the toss to Eckler. He tries the right side. Eckler's got some room. Eckler's got the 1st down. And he's down to the 34-yard line. So Austin Eckler came over from the Chargers in the offseason. And he looks good so far here today. Jaden Daniels. And, his pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Jaden Daniels and that stormed out to a huge first. Oh, and it's picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the pest, is able to come up with a diving interception. And that gives the ball back to the Eagles, and Saquon Barkley, stopped for a 55-yard loss. Every was 2nd and 15. Hurts back fast. Hurts to raise the field. He drops his shoulder, and he runs into Derek Armstrong, who takes him down for the sack. That'll bring him 3rd down and 20. Back pass. Hurts. Got all day. He fires. He's looking for Devontae Smith again, and he overthrows him in the end zone. So after the Jaden Daniels interception to C.J. Gardner-Johnson, the Eagles having troubles on offense, the loss of yardage by Barkley, the sack of Hurts, and they have to go 3 and out and kick the ball back to the Commanders' offense. McLaurin, the intended target, is not able to hook up on the pass there. So Jaden Daniels. Back pass, and his pass is tipped. Jaden Daniels, second pick overall of this draft last year. And he hands off to Brian Robinson. And Robinson's taken down short of the line to gain. So it'll be 4th down and 5. Commanders punt. A.J. Brown on the return. Cuts down to the outside and is taken down. So we'll see what luck the Eagles bring here. And Barkley up to the right side. Barkley through a hole. Barkley's got plenty of room in front of him. 30, 20, and he's taken out the 20-yard line. Saquon Barkley continues to show why he is one of the best running back pickups of the last couple years. Oh, and Hurts is taken down to the backfield by Frankie Louvu. The Washington defensive line just really has his number today. He looks for Smith, and he overthrows Smith. After the first hookup, that is 2 straight incompletions to Smith for Hurts, even though he had him wide open. And now looks for his tight end Dallas Goedert, and that was lucky it wasn't intercepted. So Jalen Hurts showing off some of the accuracy issues that have dogged him for his entire career since he started in Alabama all those years ago. And they're showing up at the wrong time here in a huge division game that could decide where they pick in the 2025 Players Club Fantasy Football Draft. And Eckler. A modest game. Jaden Daniels on the bootleg. Jaden Daniels finds Eckler in the backfield. And Eckler's got the first down. Eckler, of course, a terrific receiving running back during his time in San Diego. I guess Los Angeles or whatever. And Jaden Daniels nearly picked off there again. And Jaden Daniels on the bootleg. Oh, and he's got his tight end, Zach Ertz. And Ertz just enough for the first down. Whereas Jaden Daniels using his legs early in the season, he's been reluctant to pull it down and run himself here against the Eagles. Now this time he does tuck it, and he's got that first down, and he's got way more. That was a 15-yard gain on a first down quarterback keeper. And finally showing off that speed and elusiveness that he has. This time he hands off to Robinson. Robinson's got first down yardage. Robinson fights forward for another yard or two. So Brian Robinson, who's been a pretty steady contributor to this offense for a couple years. And Daniels, he takes it down and runs again, and he's got a 7-yard gain on first down. Like we were talking about earlier, Jaden Daniels has been a tremendous rusher through the first 15 weeks of the season. And he finds Zach Ertz, and Zach Ertz has a move. Oh, he makes a miss touchdown! Jaden Reed to Zach Ertz for the Commanders touchdown, and that gets them on the board and within 3 of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's looking increasingly like both of these teams are going to play in the playoffs, and I believe they still have a head-to-head matchup here to go later in the season. So this is definitely going to be a matchup to watch, both in the regular season and potentially the playoffs. As we go into halftime, the Eagles nursing a 10-7 lead over the Washington Commanders. You see the numbers there. Jaden Daniels, the leading rusher for the Commanders. And I think this game is really going to come down down to whether or not Saquon Barkley gets the rock here in the second half. You see Hurts, 70 yards rushing. There's no reason that he should be the rushing leader for this team. They have Saquon Barkley. They really need to use him effectively against this Commanders front seven that has been kind of dominant today. They've taken down Hurts a number of times in the backfield. Even though the Eagles forced that Jaden Daniels turnover, they weren't able to cash in on it, and it looks like they're leaving a lot of meat on the bone out there. So the Commanders down by 3 as we start the second half here. Of course, the big play of the game for the Eagles was the 70-yard touchdown reception to Devontae Smith on the second play of the game. They haven't done much on offense since then. Jaden Daniels on the handoff to Robinson, and Robinson able to get ahead for 4 on the play. Now Daniels back pass. Daniels has got a man deep. McLaurin, and this one falls incomplete. Looks like McLaurin had a step on his defender, but McDaniels not able to connect. And after that, the play is swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a punt from the Commanders. A.J. Brown on the return there. He's taken down after a short gain. Now Hurts from the shotgun. Hurts, he looks for A.J. Brown. He's got A.J. Brown inside the 40. 35-30. A.J. Brown taken down, but not after he gets a first down. A.J. Brown, Mississippi State product. And they picked outside the Barkley, and Barkley's inside the red zone. As we mentioned during halftime, Saquon Barkley really is the key to this offense. And he's got room to the right side. He's into the side, but touchdown! Eagles, Saquon Barkley! We talked about how he was the difference maker in this offense, and they have to feed him the rock here in the second half as they're wearing down that Commanders defense, and he shows it there, gets to the outside, he's able to scurry away and put the Eagles back up by 10. Huge implications for this game. Daniels back pass, and it looks like C.J. Gardner-Johnson was there on the coverage. Now they go to Robinson, and Robinson's taken down for a loss. That'll bring up 3rd and 13 for the Commanders, deep inside their own territory. Daniels, back pass. Daniels has men open, and the pass is blocked. Oh my word! Looked like Daniels had a pass catcher open. It looked like it was Danny Brown, and he is unable to connect, and that forces the Commanders' punt as Brown gets the return out to about the 46-yard line, a shorter punt. Hurts from the gun. Hurts waits. He sees Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson's got enough for the first down. That's a 15-yard gain. Hurts to Jahan Dotson, his slot receiver. And now Hurts back pass. He sees Lane, he runs for it, and he weaved in and out. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Jalen Hurts and the Eagles! Fly, Eagles, fly! Jalen Hurts saw a seam, pulled it down. It didn't look like a designed run, but he saw something he liked from the defensive look, and he was able to pull it down. They were running zone coverage, so the defensive back's heads were turned away from what Hurts was doing. He found the second level. He explodes through the defensive back level, and he takes it for the touchdown. Incredible athleticism from Jalen Hurts, and now it's a big lead here for the Philadelphia Eagles against the Washington Commanders. Daniels back to pass after the first down game. Daniels to McLaurin. He finds number one receiver. He's past 50, and he's down inside the 45-yard line. Scary Terry McLaurin with a big gainer there on second down. And Daniels under pressure. He fires, and McLaurin makes a great catch. McLaurin breaks away. He's inside the 5, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Terry McLaurin, it looked like McDaniels was dead to rights. Instead, he makes a great play, and then he runs it in on the bootleg. Jaden Daniels, quarterback keeper. So the Washington Commanders are not laying down. They come right back down the field against this Eagles defense who has been good against the pass this year, but they do what they need to do, get the touchdown, and they recover the onside kick. The Washington, they get the kick. They're down 10 with 3 minutes left, and they get the onside kick. That's the first time we've seen that in a couple of weeks. Incredible play from that hands team from the Redskins, Commanders, whatever you want to call them, and wow, that was tremendous. That was cool to see. So 3rd down and 12. Jaden Daniels back to pass. He sees Terry McLaurin. He's got Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin's got nobody in front of him. He's got the touchdown. Washington comes storming back after being down 24-7. They score 2 quick touchdowns. And he is blocked. But nevertheless, it's a 4-point game with 2 minutes left. And the Eagles, after the way their defense has been shredded in this 4th quarter by Jaden Daniels and the Washington offense, they really need some couple first downs to bleed the clock here. And instead, Jalen Hurts runs into the back of his lineman and is taken out of the backfield for a sack. 2nd and 12. Disaster. Saquon Barkley. Can he bail them out? He gets great yardage, but only a 3rd and 2. We'll see what they decide to do. They pick it back to Barkley, and the Redskins defense was ready for it. So the Eagles are forced to punt back to Matt's Washington Commanders. Just under a minute left, and break the tackle. He's out past the 20. The Commanders do need a touchdown, but the Eagles have seen Terry McLaurin get by them a couple times the last couple drives. And that's a huge play on 1st down. Commanders opted to run it, which seems silly when they're down a touchdown with 30 seconds left. But they do that anyways, and they keep it on the ground again. And now it's 3rd and 4th, 10 seconds left, essentially running themselves out of the game. They throw it to Eckler. I think their offensive coordinator probably needs to be fired after that abomination that was the last 3 plays. So the Eagles sweat out a gritty win against the Commanders. After going up 24-7, they give up 2 quick touchdowns and then go 3 and out. And the Commanders unable to put the finishing touches on their comeback after the blocked PAT, and then they also went 3 and out after running curiously 3 times with 30 seconds left in the game. But the Eagles survive and advance, and Matt still in good position with his 10 wins. So we will see how the rest of the week shakes out. And that was a riveting game from start to finish. The offensive firepower, the Jaden Daniels not running early, but using his legs late and then finding McLaurin for huge gainer. So what a terrific game. And now we go to the New England Patriots taking on the number 3 seed, Kevin Felice's Baltimore Ravens. Of course, Kevin's team has been at or near the top of the leaderboard all season long, led by a dynamic offense of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. and Zay Flowers, Rayshad Bateman, and his two tight ends, Andrews and Likely. There's a lot of ways for the Ravens to beat you. Plus, their defense is strong. Jackson, back to pass. Jackson looking for Flowers. And he's got Flowers. Complete. Zay Flowers. 20, the 15, the 10. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Zay Flowers was wide open. Lamar Jackson puts it right in the breadbasket, and he walks in for the touchdown that's starting the scoring here on this game. Lamar Jackson putting up MVP statistics this season so far, and he looked great on that pass out to Zay Flowers. He bought some time with his legs on that rollout to the left side, and he delivers. Now we see the New England Patriots take the field for the first time, featuring rookie quarterback Drake May. May looks for a Hooper, and he overthrows him. Incomplete. Ramondre Stevenson, still the workhorse running back here in New England. And there's Douglas, Demario Douglas on the receiving end of that Drake May pass, and he's got big yardage for the first down. Douglas, a slot receiver, and May back pass. He's looking for Douglas again. He's got Douglas. It's touchdown. So the Patriots answer right back after the long Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers touchdown pass, and we're all knotted up here at 7 with a minute 54. Say that. Oh, bit of an adventure there on the point after try. But here we go. Tie game. Ravens will begin their second possession at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson hands off to Henry for the first time. Henry, and he's gobbled up inside at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play for Derrick Henry. They go right back to Derrick Henry off guard. Derrick Henry finds someone to the outside, and he's taken down after a gain of 8. Derrick Henry. And Lamar Jackson keeps it on the bootleg, and he's got first down yardage. So, Lamar Jackson showing off his wheels there, but they go right back to Derrick Henry, who finds the room to the outside and makes a man miss. Nobody's gonna, stiff arm. Nobody's gonna want to try and tackle Derrick Henry, and it takes 3 Patriots to bring him down. 1st and 10 inside the 25. Now Lamar Jackson fumbles. He puts the ball on the ground. He's holding like a breadbasket. It's recovered by the Patriots. It's Jennings. He's inside the 50. He makes a miss. He's inside the 30. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown of the Patriots! Lamar Jackson trying for the easy yardage. Instead, he holds the ball out in front of him with one hand. It's swatted out, picked up by the Patriots defense, and taken back 80 yards for the touchdown. The New England Patriots taking a lead over the Baltimore Ravens here at the beginning of the second quarter. Really did not expect that any iteration. And we'll see how the Ravens choose to respond. Jackson from the gun. Jackson's got time. Jackson sees Zay Flowers. Oh, and this one is knocked down, incomplete. Now Lamar Jackson under center. And they hand off to Henry. Henry from the left side. Henry versus field. Henry to the right side. Henry breaks tackle. Henry across the 50. He's to the 40. Henry to the 25. Henry to the... Oh, he's getting tackled just outside the 30-yard line. So the Ravens at the 32 going in after a couple of nice stiff arms. Oh, and Jackson take it down in the backfield. So the Patriots defensive coordinator really looking to limit Jackson's legs and instead make it with his arm, which he has so far. And there's another big gainer to Zay Flowers. First down. So first down and goal for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson back pass. Lamar Jackson, and he's got a touchdown. And that's Mark Andrews, the tight end, with a touchdown. And that'll tie this game up here at 14.
You want to take a break after this?
So the Patriots back with the ball. Toss out to Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson finds the sideline, and he's got first down yardage. The Patriots, who look pretty good here. Oh, Drake May. He sees man streaking downfield. It's Demario Douglas. He's got Demario Douglas inside the 30, inside the 25. Drake May keeps his eyes downfield, even though he's been a pretty adept running quarterback this year. He keeps his eyes downfield, and he sees Demario Douglas breaking away from the secondary, and that was a great pickup. Now they find the tight end Hooper, and Hooper's got the first down. So here with under a minute and a half left, Patriots inside the red zone. May under pressure. May, oh, and that's nearly picked off by the Ravens secondary. Ill-advised pass from rookie Drake May. Now he draws back fast, and this one is batted down, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. May. Oh, and he misses his outlet on that play. So the Patriots will settle for a field goal try. And this one, oh, it clicks off the upright. It's no good. It looked like it was, the hole looked like it was a little shaky. And unfortunately, that is a disaster for the Patriots, who are within field goal range. And now a pass to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, who only had like 30 receptions last year, but Ravens calling his number, and he breaks some tackles, gets inside field goal range, and the ever accurate Justin Tucker does not miss from that distance, and he puts the Ravens up by 3. Patriots had a chance to take the lead and potentially limit the Ravens' scoring opportunities. Instead, they missed the kick, give the Ravens good field position, and Derrick Henry, the rare reception, is able to punish the Patriots for their insolence, and the Ravens go up 17-14. Here to start the second half. Tucker. Kickoff to ex-49er Casey. And Jermichael Hasty. Past the 20. So first down and 10 for Drake May, who's out of the gun. And he's under pressure, but he finds Demario Douglas, his favorite receiver so far this game. And Demario Douglas is a 6-yard pickup. May back fast. He's got some time. And he finds Arkansas product Hunter Henry, the ex-Razorback, who was drafted to the Chargers, making his mark here. Now May, oh, and that pass is batted down and incomplete on first down. So the 2nd and 10. May back fast. And this pass is also batted down. Back-to-back incompletions after passes were blocked from Drake May. Drops back again. And, oh, he overthrows his intended target. Looked like it was Hunter Henry to the near sideline. And that'll bring up the Patriots punt. So the Patriots keeping it close so far in the game, but you got to figure the talent and experience and coaching of this Ravens team will allow them to pull away here in the second half. And there's Lamar Jackson with a good gainer. He picks up about 18 on the rush there. Lamar Jackson, and off to Derrick Henry. Henry, and he pushes the pile for a 5-yard gain. Now Jackson on the bootleg. Jackson, quarterback keeper. Jackson with the first down. Lamar Jackson showing off his MVP dual threat talent. And it's a first down for the Ravens. Now he hands off to Henry. Henry finds the corner. Henry for the first down. That's a 12-yard pickup for the big dog. Now Lamar Jackson back pass. Lamar Jackson surveys the field. He's got Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers wide open. Zay Flowers for the touchdown. The Baltimore Ravens, after being down to these New England Patriots, have come storming back to take a 10-point lead here with time slipping away in the third quarter. The Patriots, who are aggressive early on in trying to stop Lamar Jackson in the backfield, have been content to play back a little bit, and Jackson has just shredded them with Zay Flowers here in the second half. May back pass. He's got a short pass to Stevenson out of the backfield. Stevenson, and he's got just enough for the first down yardage. As we approach the end of the third quarter, there's Ramondre. Ramondre comes back with the middle. Ramondre's got the first down, and he picks up about 18 or 19 on the play there. Drake May back to pass. He's got Bodie. He's got that case on Bodie. And that's... I didn't bring the measuring sticks out. Didn't look like he quite had the first down, but that's what was awarded. And now Drake May on the move from the gun. He finds Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry finds his way to the 35-yard line. And the Patriots are in business here. They're down by 10. So they need a field goal and the touchdown to tie the game. Within field goal range now, they pass off to Ramondre Stevenson. And he picks up a yard for 3rd and 9. May from the gun. May, he's got someone open over the middle. No, he goes to the sideline. Oh, and it's an incomplete pass. So that'll bring up 4th down. And rather than going for the, it's not really a long field goal, but they're going to pass it. He's got a man. He's got Hooper. He hits Hooper. It's a touchdown. Oh, the New England Patriots. Austin Hooper with the touchdown reception. And that brings in the extra point, of course, which has been an adventure all day for the Patriots. But he hits it, and that brings the Patriots within 3. Of course, they've not been able to stop Derrick Henry or Lamar Jackson here in the second half of this game. So we'll see what they do. They go to Henry. Henry fights his way forward. Of course, important that they keep the clock running and they go back to Henry. And Derrick Henry picks up a few more. So it's 3rd and 2. This brings up an interesting spot for the Ravens. And they go back to Henry, who easily gets the first down. He breaks away. He's inside the 40s, inside the 35. And there's Derrick Henry. Again, putting his team on his back, getting that first down when he needed a couple of yards. And here goes Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson left side. Lamar Jackson's got some room. Lamar Jackson inside the 15. And he gets a first down. So that should effectively ice this game as the Ravens are passing it. Oh, and they're pouring it on. There's Zay Flowers in the back of the end zone. Zay Flowers, the #1 receiver on this team. He has been lights out all day. He had the 2 long receptions. He gets that touchdown, and no one is able to touch this Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson combination. we haven't even seen much of Rashad Bateman. Likely hasn't got a catch today. Mark Andrews has been minimally involved. It's been all Zay Flowers on the receiving end for the Ravens here today. And there's Austin Hooper, who had the touchdown the last drive. Drawn dead here with a minute left and down by 10. And Drake May, he's going to be taken down, and it's fumbled. Strip sacked by the Ravens. And Ramondre Stevenson able to fall on that before it gets any worse. But this game's over. Third down and 14. Ramondre Stevenson on the previous carry. Now this pass falls incomplete. Fourth down and 14. 17 seconds left. Drake May drops back. Oh no, he hands off to Ramondre Stevenson. And the Ravens will get to run a play with 3 seconds left. They run Henry up the middle, and that will end this game with Kevin Felice's Baltimore Ravens adding to their win total. They'll have 12 on the season so far with 144 positive point differential. And wow, what a great performance here. New England really gave them a scare in the first quarter and leading into halftime, but the Ravens, their talent, their scheme, their coaching really shone through in the second half. Their defense clamped down, and the Patriots not able to do much after halftime. They fall to the Baltimore Ravens 31-21. And we move on to the next game on the slate here. And that's the number 1 seed, Troy, who sporting a 12-2 record and a plus 214 point differential. And his loaded Buffalo Bills taking on the... What? Oh, is it you? Really? Oh, shit. The number 12 seed, Travis Big Chunks Gonzalez, going up against... Oh, the computer. In an NFC South matchup, we've got Bryce Young, former first-round pick, and Bryce Young's got time. He looks for Xavier Oget. Oh, and this pass is blocked. Xavier Oget, the first-round pick this year for the Panthers. They traded back up to the 32nd pick to get him. Bryce Young, of course, who had a mostly disastrous rookie season last year. And he finds Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard off the left side. Hubbard, gain of 6. But that'll bring out the punt unit. Chuba Hubbard has looked fantastic in this offense this year. Really one of the lone bright spots. But Hecker punts it to Irving. So Travis coming in with the 7-7 record, still not limited to playoff contention. Oh, but Robinson comes in and Baker Mayfield taken down. Now Mayfield back to pass. He looks for Mike Evans. Mike Evans has, he's got the reception. He's inside 35. Mike Evans for the first down. So Mike Evans, Mr. Steady Eddie, every year's a 1,000-yard year kind of guy. And here he comes again. Evans for the touchdown! Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, Mr. Consistent, Mr. Safety Blanket, and he comes through for Baker Mayfield with 2 clutch receptions on this drive, culminating in that touchdown pass. So even though Mayfield was taken down for a sack earlier on that drive, he comes through, finds Mike Evans again, who makes a safety miss, and he's in for the touchdown. So we'll see Bryce Young again. On first and 10, Bryce Young pulls it down. No, he looks for Thielen, and he's got the veteran Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen's inside the 40-yard line, and Adam Thielen, who experienced a experiencing a career resurgence with Bryce Young. Gets that first down yard. Oh, and Bryce Young take it down to the backfield for the sack. Young, who stands generously 5'11", it's really hard for him to see over the offensive line. So he tosses it out here to Chuba Hubbard, who shows off his elusiveness, and he gets that first down there. Now back to pass goes for Coker. He's got Jalen Coker, and Coker for the touchdown. Jalen Coker, the number 3 receiver for Bryce Young, and he's got the touchdown to bring this game tied. That was a successful job. So Bryce Young and the Panthers, after a wonderful pass and catch to Adam Thielen, are able to catch in with Jalen Coker, who makes an incredible catch and has the wherewithal to not be touched by the defender and sneaks into the end zone. Now Bucky Irving for the first down. Bucky Irving, who's been one of the best players for this Tampa Bay offense this year. Somebody who wasn't expected to do a lot in the season. Oh, Mayfield under pressure. Mayfield finds Chris Godwin. Godwin finds the first down yardage. So Mayfield able to elude the pressure enough to give Godwin a chance. Now Mayfield's got all day. Mayfield, pass falls incomplete in between 2 receivers. Looks like he had Godwin and Kate Austin on the pass there. Neither one of them able to come down with it. So they go to Irving on the top, take down for a loss. Now play action. Mayfield, he looks for Bucky Irving. Oh, and that pass falls incomplete. It looked like Mayfield had Mike Evans with minimal coverage on him, but instead he went for Bucky Irving, and that pass forced the kick. So here come the Panthers. Bryce Young taking over at the 30. Chuba Hubbard, as we mentioned earlier, has been one of the better bright spots for this Carolina Panthers offense. They've really unlocked something with him. And this Jalen Coker, he's not able to come down with it this time on the Bryce Young pass. 2nd and 10, Bryce Young drops back, throws into coverage, and that falls incomplete. Young really not reading the defense well so far here in the first half. Now he looks for his number 1 target, Xavier Legette, and Legette hits him in stride. Legette inside the 30, and Xavier Legette with a big first down pickup, and the Panthers are back in business. Chuba Hubbard on the toss. Chuba Hubbard has some room. Chuba Hubbard with the first down. He's inside the 10, and that sets up 1st and goal for the Carolina Panthers. Young from the gun. Young sees Legette. Oh, and that pass is tipped incomplete. Well, the Carolina Panthers, somewhat surprisingly, holding with the Buccaneers so far. And the Bucks recovered by the Bucks. Cansey, who already has 1 sack today, now he picks up the fumble from Bryce Young, and the Buccaneers with the ball back in the shadow of their own goalposts. Wow, that Buccaneers defense really stood tall against the Carolina Panthers after the Panthers drove to 1st and goal. Great play from Chauncey. Now, 3rd down and 4. We'll see if they can get the drive alive. That's Bucky Irving. Bucky Irving off the right side. Bucky Irving. He makes a man miss. Bucky Irving. And he makes another man miss. And another deceptive speed past midfield. He's inside the 40. Bucky Irving doing it all for these Buccaneers. And Baker Mayfield drops back. Good coverage down the field. And Irving leaks out of the backfield and into Mayfield's vision. And he's got 8 yards on the completion. 10 seconds left. Buccaneers off for the field goal try. And this one's up good. So Chase McLaughlin giving the Buccaneers the 3-point advantage. here as time expires in the first half. And that was quite the first half so far. Of course, Mike Evans with his 2 long receptions, including the touchdown. Adam Thielen, 1 for 45 of Bryce Young's. Well, that's passing. So yeah, we go into the second half here with a 3-point advantage for the Bucks. And Baker Mayfield takes over at the 20. Baker Mayfield pulls it down. He's got a lane. Oh, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Now, Bucky Irving, that left side of the offensive line has really been a strength for the Buccaneers. And Irving off left tackle numerous times. Oh, and Mayfield's taken down for a sack. So 2nd and 20. Mayfield pulls it down again. This time he keeps his eyes down. He's got Chris Godwin. Godwin's got room. Inside the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And he's taken down at the 2. Chris Godwin with a tremendous catch and run. And now Mayfield drops back to pass. He looks over the middle. And that falls incomplete in the end zone. You got to figure they're going to go to Irving on this play, and they do. Irving to the right, and Irving's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving add to their total. They're going to be up 10 here with 2:55 remaining in the third quarter. And Coughlin slips it through. So the Panthers, who were in a pretty good spot earlier in the game, now down 10. And their offense has not looked cohesive so far. Young, throws into coverage, looking for Coker. But the defensive back doing a great job. Young, with a man in his face, he finds Xavier Legette, the number 1 pick out of South Carolina, and he gets 9 on the play. Now they go back to Hubbard. Hubbard got some room, and he fights his way forward for a 3-yard gain, and the Panthers first down. Panthers down 10. Bryce Young, back to pass, over the middle, incomplete. Talked earlier about how difficult it is for Bryce Young to see over the line of scrimmage, and that leads to errant passes over the middle like we just saw, and him forcing to be tucked to run the ball, which he has not been able to do effectively during his pro career. He finds Coker, Jalen Coker pulling away, and Bryce Young and Coker has been the secret sauce here for the Panthers so far. With under a minute left in the third quarter and not a lot of consistency, you wonder if that's going to be enough. As Logan Hall takes him down for the sack. Bryce Young suffering yet another sack in this game. And the Buccaneers defensive line and linebackers have been aggressive so far. And here they come again. He gets it away, and he finds Xavier Legette. What a tremendous catch and pass. He did the back shoulder fade, putting it where only his receiver could get it, and that was one of the highlights Bryce Young throws you're going to see all year. I mean, there's a reason he's taken number 1 overall. I wouldn't argue it, but there was a reason. And sometimes you see those flashes as he has another pass batted down. So we start the fourth quarter here with a 3rd and 10. Bryce Young back to pass. He's got Coker. He's got Coker for the tutty. Jalen Coker with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Bryce Young's favorite receiver comes through again. The kick is up, and Very good. Looks like it might have nicked the interior of the upright there. And that'll give the ball back to Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 4:20 remaining here in the game. 3-point lead. Mayfield, play action, back pass. Mayfield looking for Evans. He's got Mike Evans, and he's across midfield for the first down. Mike Evans, one of the best contested catch receivers in the league. Bucky Irving off the right. Bucky Irving finds the side, and he's inside the 30. 14-yard gain on first down there from Bucky Irving. And now Mayfield back pass. Mayfield surveys the field. He looks for Mike Evans. Ooh, and Mike Evans not able to come up with that reception. And that'll bring up second down. Mayfield under pressure, and he's sacked by Anthony Robinson. That's the second sack from Robinson in this game, and it pushes the Buccaneers to the edge of field goal range. So we'll see what they do here on 4th and 16. They do opt for the field goal. Chase McLaughlin has been pretty accurate from this distance this season, and he slips it through. So it's a 6-point lead. 3 minutes left. Panthers need to score a touchdown on this drive to keep their hopes alive. And Bryce Young in the offense will start at their own 15-yard line. Back to pass. He's got Coker. He's got Coker. Coker's got the pass. Coker inside the 45. And it's a first down for the Panthers. They call their first timeout with just over 2 minutes remaining. Remember, they need a touchdown to win this game. And Chuba Hubbard fights his way outside for the first down. Clock running, 1:50. No, they took their timeout. Young back to pass, and it's knocked down. So second down and 10 from the 35. Bryce Young, back to pass. He sees Xavier Legette. He's got Legette. Legette inside the 10, and Legette's taken down at the 7-yard line. So it's first and goal from the 7. The Panthers use their last timeout. Minute 12 remaining. They need a touchdown to keep this game alive. They're to win this game. Legette, he's wide open. Legette, it's a touchdown. Panthers. Xavier Legette ties this game up on the curl route inside the end zone. Bryce Young stands tall, delivers, and the kick is up and good. Wow, the Panthers go up with just under a minute remaining, and Baker Mayfield's going to have to come up with some magic. They need a field goal. So he needs about 35 yards. Bucky Irving off the right side. Clock is running, 18 seconds left. And he gets the first down yardage. The yardage, the downs are somewhat inconsequential because he needs to get to about the 35, 40-yard line if he wants McLaughlin to have a real shot at this. Play action pass. Mayfield. He's looking for Evans. He's got to get as time expires, Evans has to get in the end zone. No! Mike Evans taken down inside the field of play after time expires, and the Buccaneers fall to division rival Carolina Panthers 21-20. And that eliminates Travis Big Chops Gonzalez from upper tier playoff contention here in this 2025 the Players Club Draft Tecmo Super Bowl extravaganza. Oh my word, what a slate we've had so far. We need to take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with you soon. And welcome back, players, to the Players Club 2025 Tecmo Super Bowl extravaganza, which, of course, is an elaborate way of saying we don't know who's picking where in our draft. So here we go. Letting it rip. Week 16. We've already seen a tremendous slate so far tonight with upset victories, couple of losses. Two teams have been eliminated from upper echelon playoff contention, with the Rams and Buccaneers both falling this evening. Richie, who is also subject to relegation, has kept this season alive. But we turn our attention to the other side of the table as the number one seeded Troy and his Buffalo Bills coming to action here tonight against the terrible Cleveland Browns. Troy sporting a 12-2 season so far with his collection of incredible talent. There's Amari Cooper, and Cooper's inside the red zone. Customers haven't even found their seats or purchased a beverage yet. Oh, Allen's under pressure. Allen gets rid of it. Allen, incomplete over the middle. Of course, the balanced Bills attack. They seem to spread the ball around everywhere. Allen's got time, and he finds Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo! So Khalil Shakir, who comes through with the first score of the game on a Josh Allen touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone. And they're up 7-0 against the, some might call hapless Cleveland Browns. And it's a fumble. The Browns' fumble is kicked around. Oh, and it's recovered by Elijah Moore, their third wide receiver, but not after a little bit of an adventure. Deshaun Watson, and he's picked off. Deshaun Watson, he was looking for his running back out of the backfield, Jerome Ford, and instead the Buffalo Bills jump the pass, and they're set up inside the 15-yard line. Josh Allen, and he finds Khalil Shakir again. Khalil Shakir with 2 touchdowns within the last 30 seconds. Back-to-back touchdowns from Josh Allen to Khalil Shakir on like 2 15-yard passes each. An incredible decimation, which is why these Bills are number one in our league. It's why Josh Allen is a perennial MVP candidate. They don't have technically a number one wide receiver. They pass to Shakir. They pass to Keon Coleman. They pass to their tight end Dalton. They get passes out of the backfield with Cook. So it's a very dynamic offense where they spread the ball around a lot. They also have another tight end, Dalton Schultz, who's very good. Not Dalton Schultz. Anyways, the other tight end is very good. So it is a spread the ball around kind of offense. Plus, Josh Allen can take it from anywhere and has incredible rushing ability. So this Bills team is hard to beat, especially when you spot them a 14-point lead in the first quarter. Jerome Ford on the ground, and he gets a gain of 5 on the play. Now Watson from the gun, and his pass to Jerry Jeudy, who's acquired from the Broncos, ultimately. Now Watson from the gun. Watson, he looks for Jerry Jeudy, and he finds Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, he's got the touchdown! So the Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson to Jerry Jeudy, and they come back into this game after it looked like the Bills might go on to win 87-0. Now it's a 14-7. We're here on the shores of Lake Erie in Cleveland as the Bills and Allen takes back over. Josh Allen pulls the ball down and runs. Josh Allen's got a lane. Josh Allen outside the 40, across midfield, he's inside the 45. And Josh Allen with a 27-yard pickup. All the threat with his legs. Josh Allen. And he throws short to Keon Coleman. Coleman's a 5-yard gain on that first down pass. And now he hands off to James Cook. James Cook makes man miss. James Cook inside the red zone. James Cook down to about the 16-yard line. And they hand off to Cook again. He finds the left side. And he goes off tackle for an 8-yard gain. Now Allen back to pass. Josh Allen, and he's got a touchdown! The Bills to their ex-receiver Keon Coleman in their third touchdown of the game. And they are up 21-7 against the Cleveland Browns here in Cleveland with about 3 minutes remaining in the first half. It's hard to stop this balanced Bills offense. They run the ball well. Josh Allen, very smart quarterback, and he can deliver in all phases. And he is a premier talent in this league. And there's that all-around sack on Deshaun Watson, who takes the shotgun snap from his own end zone, and that falls incomplete. Dangerous pass there from Deshaun Watson, and now brings it 3rd and 18. Deep in their own territory, Watson tucks and runs. Watson, he's got enough for the first down. Watson's across the 40. He's towards midfield. Deshaun Watson, literally running from his own goal line, is able to get out past the 40-yard line. Incredible pickup from Deshaun Watson. And this time he's picked off again. So the second interception from the aforementioned Deshaun Watson. And the Bills and Josh Allen back in business. And Myles Garrett takes him down in the backfield. So the Bills, Allen runs again. There's nowhere to go. Oh, and he's taken down for a Greg Newsome sack. Back-to-back sacks against Josh Allen. And that'll bring a 3rd down and 17 for the Bills. Under a minute remaining in the half. He looks for a quick out of the backfield. And that falls incomplete. So after the second interception by Deshaun Watson, the Bills offense comes out flat. And they're forced to kick it away. Jerome Ford on the return. And with just 11 seconds left, the Browns might have 1 or 2 plays. Nope, just the one. And Watson finds the tight end, David Njoku, over the middle. Njoku, who had a semi-breakout in the second half of last year when Joe Flacco took over for the injured Watson. And it would be 21-7, Bills over the Browns. Really, the difference here has been the turnovers. Deshaun Watson throwing 2 interceptions so far, and the Bills taking advantage on one of them for 7 points. But the Browns not been able to get much going from their offense outside of that. So the Bills looking good so far. We'll see what happens here in the second half. As the number 1 seeded Buffalo Bills, led by Troy, scoring that 12-2 record, look to maintain their grip on first place against the really crummy Watson back to pass. Watson lets it rip, and Watson's pass falls incomplete. Now Deshaun Watson from the gun. He's got pressure in his face, and the ball is batted down. Watson took a big hit on that play, and he's lucky that wasn't fumbled, returned, or worse. Now Watson, he's got Jerry Jeudy, the ex-Bronco, and he's inside the 40-yard line before he's taken down. Jerry Jeudy and Njoku look good in the passing game this year. There hasn't been much consistency from this overmatched Cleveland Browns offense. Kevin Stefanski doing everything he can, 2-time coach of the year, but it's hard when you get inconsistent quarterback play and not a lot of push in that running game. 32. And Ford, we talked about, not much in the rushing game, is taken down in the backfield. So let's try the field goal. And it's up and good. So the Browns pull within 11 points. But the Bills really hacking their way offensively. And we'll see if Josh Allen and Caminati gets loose. This Codrington. We'll see if the Bills offense can continue their success they've had so far in this game. There's James Cook, and he falls forward for a 2-yard gain. Secondly, Allen back fast. Allen's got all day. He looks for Khalil Shakir. He's got Khalil Shakir. And Shakir, who had 2 touchdowns in the span of like 30 seconds on back-to-back offensive plays for the Bills, finds enough for the first down yardage as Cook is taken down in the backfield. 1-yard loss for James Cook. And Allen throws over the middle. Dangerous pass. That'll bring up 3rd and 11. Quick release. And he's got Keon Coleman. And Keon Coleman with the first down. So Keon Coleman, the receiver, with a couple of nice grabs. He had the touchdown, of course, that first down there. And after the loss, it'll be 2nd and 12. Josh Allen back fast. Josh Allen, he's got Amari Cooper. That's Amari. Now Allen from the gun. Allen all day. Allen lets it go. He's got Khalil Shakir. His de facto #1 wide receiver, Khalil Shakir, able to find the little space in that soft brown zone defense, and he is able to catch it for the first down. Now Cook off the left side on a 1st and goal run. So he gets about to the 4-yard line. Now Cook again runs up the back of his... Oh, he finds his way for the touchdown! The Buffalo Bills and James Cook expand their lead against the Cleveland Browns. And the route is on here in Cleveland as the PAT sails through. And it's an 18-point lead for Buffalo going into the 3rd quarter. I think this is about what we expected. It was a 12.5-point opening line in favor of the Bills, and they have just smashed that so far to the tune of 18 points. Of course, a lot of game left to be played. The Bills could pull their starters, but the Browns have not been able to get anything going on offense here, and the Bills have taken advantage by running their own very dynamic offense and also having a couple of interceptions of Deshaun Watson. There was the fumble earlier, so the turnover battle certainly in favor of the Bills, who are coming under attack. And they find, the Bills brought the thunder, and Deshaun Watson heaved it up for Njoku, but it falls harmlessly. Now Deshaun Watson, and his pass is blocked. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. Down 3 scores here. Yeah, you got to go for it. And they find Moore. Moore picks up a great gainer, and he's down outside the 20. But with 3 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, and Watson and the Browns getting 3 touchdowns, they're going to get everything they can get. Oh, and this one goes out of bounds. Aimed for Jerry Jeudy. Now Watson, back to back, he's got all day, finds Jerry Jeudy, completes it this time, and Jerry Jeudy's in for the touchdown! Cleveland Browns! Well, they're not totally dead yet, but the Browns are going to need onside kick. No, they choose to kick it deep. So relying on their defense, who's giving up 28 points to the Bills so far. Josh Allen back fast. Josh Allen looks for Khalil Shakir's got Shakir for the first down, and the clock keeps running. So it looks like the Bills and Troy are looking to run up their 214 point differential as they pull away from both the Baltimore Ravens and Philadelphia Eagles, who are knocking on their door with wins of their own this week. And James Cook on the handoff. So under a minute and a half here, a 2-score game, Bills in control, and Allen takes a sack. Jordan Hicks comes in from his spot and is able to take down Josh Allen. So with about a minute remaining, Deshaun Watson will take over. So about 48 seconds left from the 25. Watson from the gun, and his pass is blocked at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. 35 seconds left. 11-point advantage for the Bills. And Watson finds a tight end Njoku on the intermediate route, and that's good enough for the first down. So Watson, 1 or 2 more plays before this game is over. And he finds Jerry Jeudy. No, he overthrows Jerry Jeudy as time expires. And the Buffalo Bills and Troy maintain their first place lead over everybody else in the league with 13 wins. No, he's at least a game ahead of everybody else, with Stan and Jake still to come here today. Of course, the rest of the lineup, we have Ian and Tom and Chris Felice all playing this afternoon on what is an action-packed slate, Week 16, here in Tecmo Super Bowl. And now we have the New England Patriots against Ian's Minnesota Vikings. Kickoff here to the Vikings to start their Week 16 matchup. Sam Darnold back to pass. He's looking for Addison. Addison, he's got his man beat. Jordan Addison, he's down to the 20, the 15, the 10, and Jordan Addison caught him from behind, but not after he makes a terrific catch. So Sam Darnold, the Reclamation Project from the 49ers, backup last year. He comes as backup for the Vikings this year, and instead Jason McCarthy gets hurt, and now he is rolling. Jordan Addison is in for the touchdown. Sam Darnold, USC product who was drafted in the first round by the Jets, has his up and down career, mostly down. Spent time with the Panthers, spent time with the Rams, was on the 49ers last year, and came in to be the backup to McCarthy. Due to McCarthy's knee injury, he took over the starting job, and he has looked good this season. Hey, Travis. Hey, yeah, the Giants. Okay. Final edition. And here we are, week 16, with a matchup featuring the 7th seeded Minnesota Vikings, who are led by Ian, sporting a 9-5 record, against the CPU-led New York Giants. Ian with a 9-5 record. He's sitting just one game out of the potential upper tier of the playoff bracket. Oh, and Darnold's under pressure. Darnold escapes the sack, and he's got the #1 receiver in the league, Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson's pulling leads past midfield, and Jefferson with a huge gainer. So Ian on the outside looking in at #7, but if he wins today, he has a really good chance of putting his name in that conversation for the top 6 seed. The current holder of the 6th seed, Matt, of course, lost earlier this week, so he remains at 10 wins. Ian probably wouldn't be able to catch up with him on past point differential this week, but the win would serve a long way for Ian fulfilling his playoff dreams. Darnold, 3rd and 16. Darnold looks for Addison. He's got Addison. Addison makes a move. He's got a touchdown. Jordan Addison of the Vikings pulls down the Sam Darnold pass, and he was double coverage, but Darnold moved the ball to the outside. Addison able to do the pirouette move, kept his feet in bounds, recovered after nobody touched him, and was able to sneak into the end zone, and the Vikings are up 7-0 here early against the New York Giants. Incredible play from Jordan Addison. I believe he also went to USC. So we see the New York Giants here for the first time, and Slayton on the receiving end of Daniel Jones' pass, he's got the first down. Daniel Jones, who has been very inconsistent this season, finds Darius Slayton for that first down. And Jones taking back behind the line of scrimmage for a sack. Daniel Jones, polarizing product from Duke. You've seen flashes. We've seen him show off that athletic running ability. The passing's been inconsistent or just hasn't been there. Oh, and he's sacked again. So 4th and 21, and Aaron Jones is going to turn this one over. And the Vikings fumble. Greg Van Roten, like a linebacker or something, and he's got some moves, and he's in for the touchdown. One of the most unlikely touchdowns you're ever going to see. The fumble off the kickoff, and Van Roten, really a miraculous rumbling, bumbling, stumbling kind of touchdown, and that ties this game here at 7 against Ian's Vikings and the New York Football Giants. And after the first quarter, that's where the score stands, 7-7. And Darnold to Jefferson. Jefferson's across the 40, and Jefferson's taken down at the 44-yard line. No Sam Darnold from the gun. He's got pressure in his face, and he throws the ball out of bounds. Darnold back to pass. He's got another man in his face, and that pass falls incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Darnold hands off to Aaron Jones, and Aaron Jones able to get about 9 yards on the play there. Sam Darnold's QBR falls down significantly when he's under pressure, and the Giants looking to leverage some of their defensive front to help Darnold make some core plays. Jones back pass. Jones looks for Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is a great play. Malik Neighbors crosses the 45, across the 50. Malik Neighbors makes a man miss. He's at the 43-yard line. Malik Neighbors, the number 1 pick for the Giants this last offseason, coming out of LSU. He's one of the best college receivers there was last year, and he's one of the best rookie receivers this year. And Jones's passes knocked down, incomplete. Malik Neighbors having a terrific season for the Giants. Jones is Tyrone Tracy, and Tyrone Tracy's got enough for the first down. Tracy, who was the backup to start the season here, has found his way into his starting role, and he has excelled so far this year. As he picks up 5 on that play. Jones back pass, Jones tucks and runs, and Jones fighting off a lineman, and he's taken down for a sack. It's Josh Metellus. So the Vikings sacking Jones again, and that forces the Giants to use a timeout from their own 30-yard line. And he's sacked again by Greenard. That's Greenard's second. The Giants call timeout. They opt for the field goal try. They're getting knocked way out of contention for the first down. And that sails through. Graham Gano makes it a 3-point game. So the Giants, after having first down well inside the red zone, suffer a couple of sacks. They settle for the field goal try, and Graham Gano makes it a 3-point game. Sam Darnold back to pass. He's under pressure. Throws to Addison. He's got Addison. Addison's got nobody in front of him. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Vikings! Absolutely torched the Giants secondary. Sam Darnold held out long enough. He rolled out to the left. There was pressure coming from the interior line, and he's able to get that ball off, hit Jordan Addison in stride. What a strong thrown catch from Josh Darnold to Addison. Incredible. They're in for the touchdown. They take the lead, and it's 14-10 Vikings. As this half comes to an end. The Vikings not looking great offensively, but then Sam Darnold finding Jordan Addison, who has 2 for 117, a couple of touchdowns. He has looked phenomenal today, and because Justin Jefferson's been double covered on the other side, Addison has been open, and Sam Darnold's been able to find him consistently. So the Giants start this drive during the second half, down by 4, and we'll see if Daniel Jones can limit the mistakes and get the ball to his playmakers. And here he goes, firing to Malik Neighbor. Oh, and it falls incomplete. So Jones finds Tracy. Tracy weaves his way to an 8-yard gain. And that'll be 3rd and 2. Daniel Jones back pass. And he's looking over the middle. And, oh, that pass is blocked at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring him 4th down and 2 and force the Giants to punt after the beautiful Jordan Addison long touchdown pass previously. And this Giants defense is going to be absolutely gassed going up against the Vikings another time to start the second half. Darnold back pass, and he's taken down by Brian Burns. So Burns, who almost hit Darnold on the Addison touchdown pass, comes through this time. And Darnold under pressure, and he fires incomplete. We'll see if the Giants keep bringing the pressure. This time they don't. They choose to drop 7. Darnold looks for Addison. He finds Addison again, and Addison's got all the room in front of him, and he's in for another Vikings touchdown! Jordan Addison, how do you forget about this guy? He has taken over this game, and Jordan Addison, the connection from Sam Darnold, he cannot miss. He's in for another touchdown, and that makes it an 11-point game here in the second half. Unbelievable. The Giants' defense leaves Jordan Addison unaccounted for as he is streaking by them. And there's Joseph Slayton. Slayton's got a lot of room. Slayton across the field. Slayton across the 40. And Darius Slayton inside the 44-yard line. So Daniel Jones is most productive receiver today. Gets another one. And he looks for Robinson, and that falls incomplete. Second and 10. Daniel Jones hands off to Tyron Tracy. Tyron Tracy's got room to the outside. Tyron Tracy works his way in for the first down. So first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Daniel Jones back to pass. And he looks for Malik Neighbors, but unable to connect as that ball sails out of bounds. Now Jones, 4-step drop. He finds Neighbors. And Neighbors tackled at the goal line after an outstanding diving catch. And that'll be a first and goal. Tyron Tracy takes the pitch for the touchdown. The New York Giants come within 5 points pinned in the PAT. And that looks a little rough off the. Oh yeah, Grenade sneaks it through. So 4-point game. As the Vikings get the ball back. So Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, and the star wing, Jordan Addison, all go to work here. And Darnold's in trouble. Darnold taken down by Quad. And because of the play action, that put Darnold really deep. It's a 12-yard loss on the sack. And Darnold, second and 22. And he finds Justin Jefferson, probably one of the best receivers in the league. And Justin Jefferson gets enough for the first down and more. It's a 25-yard pickup from Sam Darnold to Justin Jefferson. Now Darnold under pressure again. He looks for Naylor. Ooh, and it falls incomplete. So second down and 10. Darnold under pressure again, and this ball is tipped. And that brings up 3rd and 10. Darnold been under pressure all afternoon. Sometimes he's been able to avoid it, but the book is out on Sam Darnold. You put pressure in his face, he will make mistakes. The Vikings have to punt back here to the Giants. Oh, it's a fumble by the Giants, recovered by the Vikings. Jalen Naylor back to wide receiver, and he takes it down inside the 6-yard line. Now, if I were the Vikings, I would look to run Aaron Jones here from right here, but instead they go to the passing game, and Darnold, he's good all day, and it's a touchdown! Vikings! Jalen Naylor, who's able to come up with the fumble recovery off the kickoff, finds his way into the end zone, and Sam Darnold finds it for the touchdown. So the Vikings extend their lead here. They're now up by 11. With about 2.5 minutes remaining here in the half. Oh, Jones tucks it, tries to run. Instead, he's taken down for a sack. Josh Metellus. And that is a huge play. Now Tyron Tracy tries to get back. He does get the sack yardage back. So that'll be 3rd down and 10. And Jones back to pass. He's got his rookie number 1 wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors, he's past midfield. Malik Neighbors inside the 40. And he's taken down. but not after a tremendous catch and run from Malik Davers, who's been one of the lone bright spots for this Giants offense here this year. Tyron Tracy runs for a 9-yard gain. So with about a minute left here, Tracy takes the handoff again, and he's inside the 15. So 1st and 10 for the Giants. The Vikings bring the house, and there's Robinson. And Robinson taken down at the 1. 40 seconds remaining, clock running. Tyrone Tracy on the top, and he's got the touchdown. So the Giants able to chip away at the point differential of Ian and his Vikings, but Ian is going to go to a 10-win campaign after this game. So there's going to be a possible logjam at 10 wins here. Once the Vikings close this one out. And there's Aaron Jones getting the first down. And that'll be the end of the game here with the Minnesota Vikings led by Ian taking a 4-point victory over the Giants. And you see there's Sam Darnold, 297 passing yards, 191 of which went to Jordan Addison on just 3 completions. Of course, 2 long touchdowns as well. So the Vikings taking care of business here, and that puts Ian into better position for one of those top draft choices. And we'll see what happens here the rest of the night. And next game on the list, Kansas City Chiefs going up against Tennessee Titans. Chops, I'm going to sit this one out. And we're back live with you here as Jake's Detroit Lions take on the computer-controlled Pittsburgh Steelers. Jake, who is sitting in 5th place with a 10-4 record, a plus 133-point differential. And he gets the ball out for the first down. Jared Goff does. So Goff, back pass. Goff sees a lane, and he drops off to Sam Laporta. It's tight end. Sam Laporta fumble, and it's recovered by the Steelers. Larry Ogunjobi with the fumble recovery, and that's the Steelers up at first down. Now, Wilson, back pass. Wilson finds Pickens, the mercurial receiver Pickens, and he's in for the touchdown. So after the Detroit Lions get the kickoff, disaster strikes as Sam Laporta fighting for extra yardage, strips, fumbles. The Steelers get the ball, and Russell Wilson with the strike to George Pickens. So it's 7-0 here. Again, Jake with his 10-4 record, 5th place on the line. Jake, who in playoff position by just 1 game. Of course, he has a great point differential, so it could buffer any win-loss. And he's got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown decides at 35-30, 25. Amon-Ra St. Brown for the first down. ARSB, who's likely going to be a first-round pick in fantasy football this next year, as he's looked tremendous in the Spin Johnson-led offense. Goff back pass. He's got Hayward bearing down on him. Goff lets go. He finds looking for Laporta, and that falls incomplete. Now Goff pitches to Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs finds the edge, and he's got a first down. So first down goal for the 3. They go to Gibbs again, and this time Gibbs taken down for a loss. Jahmyr Gibbs, who's part of that Knuckles and Sonic backfield. Goff back pass. Billy Fairmont straight down. He's got it for the touchdown. The Lions strike back with Amon-Ra St. Brown on the pass from Jared Goff. So that potent offense, Lions offense, really showing what they're capable of there on their second possession after the unfortunate Sam Laporta fumble. Put a quick stop to their first possession. Russell Wilson and the Steelers. It's Harris, Najee Harris, who makes the man miss inside the hole, and he gets out to the 46-yard line. Now the pitch to Harris to the right side, and he's taken down after a minimal gain. Russell Wilson looks for Pickens again, and Pickens makes a great catch, but he fumbles! It's kicked around, and it's recovered by the Steelers. Van Jefferson picks it up, and Van Jefferson takes it in for the Steelers touchdown! Van Jefferson, the ex-Rams wide receiver, who's able to pick it up after the Pickens fumble, is able to take it in for another Steelers touchdown. Now, it looked like Pickens didn't quite get the requisite number of feet down and make the move to make it a football play before the fumble. It looked up from up here like it was an incomplete pass, but the refs ruling on the field stands, and that causes the Steelers touchdown. Now Gibbs, out of backfield, Gibbs, who's a great receiver, he's inside the 30-yard line, and that Lions offense, which is so potent, They do their thing there for a big game to Gibbs. And now he finds Williamson, and Williams is in for the touch. Jamison Williams for the Lions touchdown. And that'll knock this game up at 14. Of course, big game for here for the Lions and Jake, who's sitting at 10-4. A couple of other teams with 10 wins so far, Matt and Ian. So if Jake is able to ascend to the 11-win tier, that would certainly help his chances of solidifying one of those top playoff spots. And the Steelers, who started the year with Justin Fields as quarterback, as Russell Wilson was nursing an injury, have gone back to Wilson. And there's Najee Harris, who breaks away for the first down yardage. Minute and a half here in the half. Game tied at 14 between the Steelers and the Broncos, or the Steelers and the Lions. And there's Najee Harris taken down after 1 yard pickup. 2nd and 9. Wilson hands off to Harris. Harris up the middle. Harris makes man miss. Harris got blocked, and he's got the first down. Najee Harris. One nose rusher. Oh, and Wilson's under pressure, and he's sacked by McNeil. Russell Wilson unable to do anything after the offensive line collapsed, and he's taken down for a huge sack. Now with under 30 seconds left, 3rd and very long, Steelers need some yardage for a field goal try, and they won't get it. Now 4th and 21, Boswell with the strongest legs in the league, but no one's ever attempted a 68-yard field goal before, but he nails it. I did not see that one coming. 68-yard field goal made by Boswell, and that pulls the Pittsburgh Steelers ahead of Jake's Detroit Lions by 3. What a back and forth, incredible first half of action we had here in this very meaningful Week 16 game between the Lions and the Steelers. So the Steelers have that 3-point lead going into the second half here. Jake with that 10-4 record plus 133-point differential. And he looks to maintain pace. Steelers get the ball back to start this half. And Russell Wilson back to pass. Surveys the field. Oh, Russell Wilson was lucky that pass wasn't picked off. 2nd down and 10. Dumps it off to Warren, and Warren with the loss on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 17. From the gun, Wilson, touch, run. Wilson's got the room. Wilson needs to make a move. He doesn't, and it's 4th and 4. So Wilson picks up 13 on the scramble, but he does not get the first down, and that forces the Steelers to punt back to this very explosive Lions offense. So the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. They run the power to Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs good for 4. Now Jared Goff back to pass from the gun. Goff surveys the field. Goff looks for Jameson Williams, and he overthrows the speedster Jameson Williams. Williams had 2 steps on the safety, but Goff not able to connect. And they hand off to Montgomery, who's good for a minimal gain. And that'll bring up punt unit. So the Detroit Lions are forced to punt back to the Steelers, who lead this game by 3 points. Here with just under 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Russell Wilson taken down for a sack by McNeil. That's McNeil's second of the game so far, and that backs the Steelers up basically to their goal line. They're looking to find a little bit of breathing room for their punt unit. 3rd and 18, they go to Harris, and they go to Harris on the pitch. He's taken down just behind the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring a 4th down and 11 as the Steelers punt back to Jake and the Detroit Lions, who start the ball on the plus side of midfield. 1st and 10. Goff back to pass. Down by 3. He looks, he fires, and that pass falls incomplete. So Goff hands off now to Montgomery. David Montgomery, formerly of the Chicago Bears, out to the right side. Good gainer. But it brings up a critical 3rd down. And then go to Gibbs up the middle. Gibbs breaks through the line, and he's got the 1st down. So going into the 4th quarter, the normally very high-scoring Detroit offense, Gibbs, he gets it. He's inside the 15. Has been stifled by the Steelers so far. Goff from the gun, Goff under pressure. He shoots for the end zone. It's incomplete. Dangerous pass there from Jared Goff. Goff back to pass. He's got all day. He's got a man open. He looks for just sort of the end zone. He's got Amon Ross trying to get for the touchdown. Detroit Lions. It's Jared Goff to Amon Ross St. Brown. The Sun God comes through, and that puts the Lions up by 4. Well, the Lions, who had been dormant for most of the first part of this game, not scoring a single point in the 3rd quarter, and they come through with a touchdown here to put the Steelers down in the 4th. And it's a sack. McNeil with his 3rd of the game on Russell Wilson. And you see a big difference from the Steelers going from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson, because Wilson has not been able to evade the pressure or use his legs effectively as Justin Fields had those first couple games of the season. And that falls incomplete, so it'll be 4th down and 20. Last gasp here with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. It's directed out to Warren. Warren finds the left side, and Warren not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And you got to question, with that much time left, why did the Steelers just punt it? Instead, they give it back to Laporta and Goff inside their own 25-yard line. And there's Laporta, who gets near the end zone. It's 1st and goal from the 3. And Goff is taken down by Cam Hayward. So if the Steelers are able to limit the Lions to a field goal, that'd be a huge victory here. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Touchback. So it's still a 4-point game. The Steelers need a touchdown. They go to Harris to the right side. Harris makes man miss, and he's taken out outside the sideline. He stays inbound, so the Steelers are forced to use one of their timeouts with under 2 minutes left here in the game. Wilson back to pass. Wilson touched the ball early and runs it. It looks like he had George Pickens streaking up the right side. Wilson didn't like what he saw, took the ball to the near sideline. He runs for the 1st down. But there's only 1:30 left, and they need to find the end zone to win the game. Wilson, he the fumble! Kirby Joseph stripping it and recovering the fumble, and with 1 minute left, the Lions 4-point lead. They are in control of this game with David Montgomery breaks the tackle. David Montgomery for the touchdown! The Detroit Lions go from a tenuous 4-point lead. Now they have a 10-point lead pending the point after try. And the Steelers have fallen apart here late in the 4th quarter. against one of the Super Bowl favorites coming into this season, the Detroit Lions. And so that takes Jake to an 11-win season so far. And he will extend his point differential lead as well as the, well, pretty pathetic Steelers continue their season. So the Lions go up 11 on the Steelers. Again, that keeps Jake in playoff contention with his 11 wins. That basically almost makes him a lock to make the playoffs, pending some other things. So Jake in good position after that win, a gritty win by the Lions. And now we go into our penultimate matchup of Week 16. Stanley and his fourth-ranked Houston Texans going up against the controlled, computer-led Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders, of course, got destroyed by the Eagles in their last week's game, whereas Stanley had an unfortunate setback against a team that they were favored against, the Cardinals. But Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride and company doing just enough to keep CJ Stroud and the Texans at bay. So we'll see how each team responds to their losses here in Week 16. Gardner Minshew, and he falls incomplete. So second down and 10 for the Raiders. Minshew back to pass, 7-step drop. He tucks and runs, and Minshew makes a man miss. And he's got shows off the legs for a third down and 1 after that 9-yard gain. Now they pitch to Madison. Oh, and he's taken down for a 4-yard loss. So the Raiders in a familiar position, punting away after a 3-and-out. Against Stanley. And has been very effective so far, CJ Stroud and the Texans. Oh, and Stroud's pass is offline. Looking for his number 1 receiver, Nico Collins. Now Stroud back fast. Stroud looks for Collins again. And this one falls incomplete. Broken up by the safety. And that brings up third down. Stroud tucks, runs. He runs into a lineman, and he's sacked. It's the linebacker, Divine Diablo, who is able to wrestle CJ Stroud to the turf. And so the Raiders and Texans trade 3-and-outs here to start this game. Against Stanley with the number 4 seed so far. He's got 10 wins. And he'll be looking to keep pace with that upper tier of the playoff battle. Minshew back fast. Minshew tucks, and he's sacked by Mario Edwards. Gardner Minshew acting like he was in Washington State all over again, thinking he can outrun NFL lineman, and he's picked off. Derek Stingley, who's had numerous interceptions this season, he has looked phenomenal as the number 1 quarterback in D'Amico Ryan's defense, and he comes up huge against Gardner Minshew. And Tankdale is in for the touchdown! The Houston Texans! CJ Stroud to Tankdale over the middle, and they make the Raiders pay. After the Minshew interception, CJ Stroud went back to work. He got settled in, and he finds Tank Dell on the beautiful seam route for the touchdown to put the Texans up 7-0. Now the Raiders will get the ball back on offense again with time expiring here in the first quarter. And Minshew finds elite rookie tight end Brock Bowers. He picks up finds a block downfield and is able to get past midfield. for the big first down. Now Minshew to Madison. Oh, and Madison's taken down for a 5-yard loss. This offensive line has not been holding up in the run game so far here against Stanley's Houston Texans. 3rd down and 5. Minshew back to pass. Minshew fires. He's got Tucker. He's got Trey Tucker inside the 15. It's a first down for the Raiders. Minshew to Tucker, and that was sweet. Now Alexander Madison tries his way to the left, gets 7 yards on the carry. Minshew back to pass. Fires over the middle. He's got Brock Bowers, the rookie sensation out of Georgia, the #1 receiving tight end. He's going to break every rookie tight end receiving record there is this year. Brock Bowers, the specimen, the stud. He puts the Raiders on the board for 7 points. And here we go. Texans get the ball back. But the Raiders not just rolling over like Raiders teams of the past. Gardner Minshew is nothing but a gunslinger, and he's going to fight his way for everything he can get. Joe Mixon out to the left for a 14-yard first down gain. CJ Stroud back fast. Stroud looks for Collins. Stroud's got Collins on broken coverage. Nico Collins inside the 30. He's inside the 26. CJ Stroud to Nico Collins, and that's a first down for the Texans. Ooh, and he stopped in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. Joe Mixon is. Stroud back to pass. Stroud over the middle. He's got Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs, who's unhappy with his role with the Bills, came over to the Texans team, and he has been a great #2 complement to Nico Collins. First down. Stroud. Oh, and just a little miscommunication there with Diggs. That falls incomplete. Now Stroud back pass. He was for the end zone. He's got it. It's a touchdown. Houston. Stephon Diggs, former #1 wide receiver of the Vikings and the Bills, coming over to the Texans after a dispute with his role with the Bills, and he makes good on his talent here in Houston. So the Texans take a 14-7 lead here against the Raiders. But Amir Abdullah with a great return. He's past midfield, down to the 48-yard line. Minshew to Madison. Madison cuts back across the middle. Madison for a 7-yard gain. So 30 seconds left here in the half. Raiders take a timeout. The Madison pickup, and Minshew back to pass. Minshew. Oh, it falls incomplete. Looking for Bowers in the middle of the field. Now it'll be a 3rd down and 3. They hand off to Madison, and Madison, they're going to measure, does not get enough for the first down. I think they should go for the field goal here. And, yep, the field goal kicking unit comes on. And it's down the middle. Carlson, it's good. Daniel Carlson with the long field goal try, and it's good. So that takes it down to a 4-point lead. Oh, one bounds. So Stanley and the Houston Texans take a 4-point lead here into halftime. And it's been a struggle offensively for both teams, but the Raiders sticking with the superior Texans, and they're only down by 4 points here going into the second half. Brock Bowers naturally the top receiving target for the Raiders as they kick off for the Texans. There's Damian Pierce Starts taking the ball out of the end zone. And he's taken down about the 15-yard line. So CJ Stroud, number 2 pick overall last year, comes in. He's got Collins. He finds Collins. Collins across midfield. Collins to the 40. Collins to the 30. And Nico Collins to the 27-yard line. Nico Collins, who's been tremendous so far today. Oh, Mixon fumbles. He coughs it up. The Raiders get it. It's Divine Diablo. Diablo's going the other way. He's into the 50. Divine Diablo, who already had the sack earlier today, gets the fumble and recovers it and takes 20 yards the other way. These Raiders are feisty. Alexander Madison gets the 8-yard pickup. Minshew back pass. Gardner Minshew. And he's picked off. Literally everybody saw that coming. Gardner Minshew, the gunslinger, throwing in double coverage, woefully underthrows that pass, and it's picked off. The Texans are back in business here at their own 30. Mixon off the left side. Mixon picks up some extra yards. And now Mixon up the middle, and he's taken down. Oh, it's 4th and 1 with 2 minutes remaining in this one-score game. And the Texans insanely decide to punt it back to the Raiders. The Raiders, of course, haven't had much going offensively. So, with 1:40 left in the third, Texans will trust their defense. Oh, and their trust is rewarded with a quarterback sack. So second down to 17. Gardner Minshew drops back pass, 5-step drop. Gardner Minshew tucks the ball and runs it. Gardner Minshew gets back to sack yard. Gardner Minshew with the first down. And Gardner Minshew with the 15-yard pickup with his legs. Looks like he had a man downfield, but unable to throw it. And this side picks it up with his legs. Jacoby Myers. Minshew overthrows it, but Myers comes down with it. And he's taken down at the 43-yard line. A little bit offline there from Minshew, but Myers able to go up and get the pass. High pointed it. Second left off the loss of 1. Madison to the right. Madison makes a man miss. He weaves his way out. 3rd and 2. Now back to Madison. Madison. Oh, he cuts across back into the. Yes, he's got the first down. Madison, who had nothing going, cut back to the middle of the field, and he's able to dive forward, get just enough for the first down. Now Madison taken down for a 5-yard loss. Minshew, back to pass. Minshew's got some time. He finds Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers fights his way forward for a 7-yard gain. One of the best tight end products come out in years, Brock Bowers. And Madison gets enough for the first down. So what was built is quite the blowout has been a close game with 4 minutes remaining in the contest. And Madison losing a couple on the play. 3rd and 13. Gardner Minshew back fast. Gardner Minshew's got a man deep. He's got Jacoby Myers. And it's a Jacoby Myers from Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew licked the safety off to the left. Comes back to Myers on the right. The safety a little late to identify. And it's that split second is all Minshew needed to find Jacoby Myers for the score. Now the Raiders lead by 3, and CJ Stroud and this Texans offense, who has not been at their best today, see if they come up with some points here in the 4th quarter. Tank Dell, yes, Tank Dell! Tank Dell with the first down. That was a 34-yard gain. And that brings the Texans to about midfield with 2 minutes left. 2 minutes, 51 seconds left here in the game. Stroud back to pass. And he's looking for Mixon out of the backfield, but that pass falls incomplete. Second down and 10. 2:40 left. Stroud back to pass. He looks for Stephon Diggs, and he overthrows Stephon Diggs to the middle of the field. He looks like he wanted Stephon Diggs to curl his route a little bit more. Diggs ran a little more of a fade. And it looks like miscommunication there. Dalton Schultz picks up the first down. There's about 2 minutes left here in the game. Texans need a touchdown. Oh, when he's sacked by Nate Hobbs. The cornerback, Nate Hobbs, coming on the free blitz, and he takes down C.J. Stroud in the backfield. Huge play by that Raiders defense. And after a run up the gut, it'll be 3rd down and 14 for the Texans. We need a touchdown to keep this game alive. It is Tyree Wilson. So the Raiders defense coming up huge on back-to-back plays, and it's 4th and long for Stroud. He looks for Diggs. Diggs makes the contested catch. Diggs goes into the touchdown. Stephon Diggs on 4th and long for C.J. Stroud, and the Texans take the lead against the Raiders. That was a tremendous play. The Texans were reeling after the Raiders sacked them twice on that set of downs, but C.J. Stroud able to stand tall and deliver the ball to Stephon Diggs, who does the rest, and the Raiders now themselves need a touchdown. With just 33 seconds left, they're in front of their own 24-yard line. Minshew back to pass. Minshew looking long. Minshew's got Kobe Myers, and the clock is running. 13 seconds left. He's inside the 45. Raiders call timeout. They need the end zone. Gardner Minshew. They pitch it to Madison as time runs out, and the game's over. Wow, Houston survives a scare here against the Las Vegas Raiders, and Stanley and his Texans go to 11 wins on the season, and they keep pace for that top tier playoff seed. This is your homie Greg, signing off for the night.